Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. No. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, sorry if this episode comes off as rushed. It's because I'm not trying to spend too much time talking on this matter. I am trying to tend to other things. Plus, I am trying to figure out what I'm going to stream tonight on Twitch. And then there's videos that I need to upload. So, yeah, forgive me if this episode comes off as rushed. But anyways, so I wanted to talk on what would happen if one of my haters were to return. And I think we all know what hater I'm talking about, just a robot. So, pretty much, if he does return, which I highly doubt, here's the thing. He's most likely going to return one day. I just don't think it's going to be anytime soon. You know, I think that he was long overdue for a break because mentally, we seen where he was at when it came to content. You know, he's out here uploading videos defending pedophiles, and it's like just for that pedophile to pretty much like stab him in the back and things. I'm like, do you realize how much of a bad person that you are when somebody that's doing something much more worse than what you're doing stabs you in the back? And the thing is this, because I know people would hear that and they would think like, oh, so what he did isn't bad then, you know, him defending. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about him as a character. You know, him out here harassing people left and right, and there ain't even no reason to be harassing people. So I wanted to talk on that. The whole him defending the pedophile, I feel like that's just old talk. You know, it's like what could we talk about differently in this episode? Because yeah, it's like we all know the business with that pedophile, and it's like yeah, she's still in the canceled position, but it's like you defending somebody in the canceled position. It's like yeah, you should have known that wasn't gonna work out for you. But anyways, moving on. So the thing is this: if he does come back, he can't be the person that he once was. You know, he can't be this toxic individual. He is going to have to change up his ways about being a content creator because all what's going to happen is that he's going to so yeah, let's just say he does decide to come back and he wants to be that same toxic individual that he once was before. Eventually, at some point in time, he is going to say the wrong thing because he's not going to be paying attention to what he says. And that's the thing where he knows that he could say anything, because I feel like that if he comes back and then he's also on this like, oh, I'm invincible mindset, like nobody can destroy me, I can say the worst, come back, and you know nothing's gonna happen, like, oh, I can still be this same individual. I've seen this before, and it usually doesn't end well for that individual. You thinking you gonna have the same career, pretty much you're gonna fall off while being an active content creator. Like right now, he's falling off while he's on his little break, but he's definitely going to fall off while he's actively uploading and stuff. So that's why I'm like, you're gonna have to change up how you do content, you know. And another thing, I've said this before, it's like you cannot come up with any excuses, but I just feel that he is gonna come up with an excuse on why he did the things he did, and he's gonna try to just pretty much like try to go right back to that stuff. And I'm like, no, there's no reason whatsoever why you need to be the same person that you once was before, because look where being that person led you. In a position where right now he's probably thinking along the lines whether he doesn't know whether or not he's gonna come back to content creating, just because he's in a really bad spot right now. So that's why I'm like, fam, if you have a chance and an opportunity to come back and you want to ruin it on some old silly stuff, you go right ahead and ruin it. All right, you do what you want to do. You're an adult. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. But some advice from me to you, I would highly recommend you change up how you do content. And that's something where I'm not trying to hear that, oh, well, I don't know what content to do. I'm not familiar with other fam. There are many different styles of content. I'm not saying you got to do the same type of content. You can even do this content that you're doing already, commentary videos, just do it on people where they're in a, they're overall bad people. But it's like you just going out and attacking people for no reason. That's not going to be able to slide no more. That's going to have to stop. Because I'm saying it, and because the thing is this, you're going to go after the wrong somebody, and then that's going to pretty much be the ammunition for them is, well, weren't you the same guy that defended the pedophile? Like, that's going to be like a non-stop thing. So you can no longer, that's the one thing about it, you can no longer go after people like that. If you had a chance, the opportunity to do it before, so you should have did it before. But now after this whole situation, nah, can't do that no more. I'm like, that's done and over with, so it's like whatever beef, problems, issues you have with me or anybody else, you just gonna have to let that go. You are. And that's something where it's like, and even if the person, let's say the person, all right, so let's say I slip up and mess around and get myself canceled. I'm trying to think, what could I possibly do to get myself canceled? I don't even know, because, I feel like I don't try to put myself in a position where I do get canceled, but I don't know. Yeah, all right, because I feel like something that he tried to cancel me for is I guess talking more so how could I put it in words? All right, so here's the thing. I haven't just went out of my way to threaten a minor, but if I feel like this person is threatening my life, all that age stuff is out the window. I'm like, no, you threatening me, I'm gonna threaten you back, just to let you know that I am on that same type of energy. But there's been times before where him and his fans, they've tried to cancel me for that type of behavior. And it's something where I'm like, fam, I still stand by that. You threaten me, I don't care how old you are, you're gonna get threatened back. And at times, it's like a silly threat. It's like, it ain't like I'm threatening to kill this person like people have done me. I'm like, if anything, I'm like, so I think the only things I've said is, towards a kid is, and they're not even a kid no more, like they're an adult now, so I'm like, it'll be okay now, but maybe back then I could have possibly went to jail, but or prison, but no, I had threatened to kick a kid in the throat. But I'm like, that was after him, numerous times threatening to kill me. And I'm like, fam, if anything, he's just saying he gonna talk a little funny, but he's still gonna be alive. But let's just say that, let's just erase that from history. And I get into it with some kid and I threaten to kick them in the throat. And he's out here trying to cancel me for that same, or, for that reason and things. Fam, let it go. That is, the thing is this, whatever I go through, whatever anybody else goes through, that is their business. And I just know that he would try to do some stuff like that where, let's say if I were to get canceled for something, he's like, oh, well, TMossBoss, he was on the cancel culture when people were trying to cancel me for this situation, so I gotta return the favor. No. You are not in no position to be out here returning favors, getting even, getting revenge, any of that stuff. My thing is this. You have two choices right now when it comes down to being a content creator. Start fresh or retire. Them your only two choices. But going back to how things once was before, that's not an option. That is not an option. And I just know that he's probably thinking along the lines like, I'm going to be rebellious. I'm not going to listen to TMossBoss. I don't care how many years or experience he has as a content creator or seen other different content creators. It's like, nah, I'm going to be rebellious. I'm going to do my own thing. And I guarantee and I promise you, you already had a ticking time bomb on your channel when you was getting ready to upload that video. Now I just feel like that, anything else that you say or do, it's like you go after somebody. Again, their ammunition is just going to be them saying, didn't you defend the pedophile? How did that go? I'm like, that's the thing where I'm like, you need to be trying to pretty much clear up your name. You know, and you ain't gotta like make amends, because I just feel like that it'll be a situation where it's like, okay, he hears me say this, like, you have to make amends with people, and he wants to try to get on my good side. I'm like, hey, look, if you want to, that's on you, all right? But like I said before, you know how to get on my good side. Apologize. That's it. That's all you got to do. And you know that then that's the number one thing that you can do to, I guess, like, get on people's good side. Apologize. No excuses, no buts after the apology, just a straight up apology. That's all you got to do. If you can't do that, then it's, you know what, like I said, I'm like, you pretty much have two different choices. Start fresh, where it's like you ain't doing content going after people and doing some other line of content, or retire. But other than that, it's like, yeah, and the thing is this, don't apologize and then go right back to being a toxic individual. There ain't no reason for you to be a toxic individual on the internet. None whatsoever. And just to talk on that, because I feel like people think that it's okay to be toxic. It's not okay to be toxic on the internet. Because I'm like, outside of his situation, I done heard that so many different times where people are toxic to somebody that doesn't even deserve it. And then next thing, because the thing is this, all right? Let's just say he does decide to come back and he wants to be the same toxic individual, and he's like, oh, I'll just find a new person to go after for, right? So anyways, he goes after somebody, they can't handle the hate, and then let's say, you know, and I just, sorry to get dark, but let's just say they decide to end their lives because he done sent their fans, because I'm saying, it's like, you know what your fans are capable of. And I don't think he understands that. I don't think he understands, like, and just to overall go over some of the stuff that I went through with his friends, with his fans. His fans like to bring up childhood trauma. That's something that they've done with me. They like to, what else? Threaten you. They like to say racist things towards you. They like to, overall, just flat out harass you for years. And that's something that a person shouldn't have to deal with. So it's like, let's just say he goes after somebody that can't handle that type of stuff, and then they decide to end their lives because his fans and himself, they done said and did things to where that person can't handle it. So my thing is this, in a situation like that, truthfully, answer that question. What would you do if you did? Because it really could have happened at any given point in time. I'm not saying that I'm that type of person to do that type of stuff, but let's just say that I was. Let's just say that I was that type of person. You wake up, you're working on some videos, and a fan messages you talking about TMossBoss just ended his life. How would that make you feel? And then let's say it's a friend or a family member, they upload a video like my last video, and it's me talking on like the drama and all the hate and all that stuff. I know for a fact that would eat at you. That would tear you apart. And that's something that a person shouldn't have to go through. But I'm saying, you continue on being this toxic individual, that's going to be your future. You having to answer to the internet, because the thing is this stuff like that's going to travel. Stuff like that, it's going to get popular. People are going to talk about it. And then that's going to be you with the spotlight. That's going to be you getting backed into a corner. And I feel like that's much more worse than the situation that you're going through right now. You don't cause somebody to end their life because of your content. And I just know for a fact that he'll probably do some stuff where he's like, oh, well, I'll just delete the videos. I'll do this. I'm like, that's not enough. That ain't enough. Because it's like, okay, then you'll just go after somebody else. And it's like, oh, I guess like I'll try to tell my fans not to attack this person, but no, there's no promises. I don't know. I ain't got no control over my fans. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, to the toxic fans, I guess, that's supporting him, I'm like, you might as well just stop. Because I'm like, my thing is this, if he listens to this podcast episode and he ain't heard not one thing that I said, and he gonna come back and he's still just gonna be the same toxic individual that he once was before, I guarantee and I promise you, what this man's going through right now, is whatever he goes through in the future, it's gonna be 10 times worse. 10 times worse. The thing is this, I say that because I have seen this before. I have seen creators come back after they done said or did something crazy, and then afterwards, you pretty much see them just fall off. And that's something where I'm like, I know his fans wouldn't want to see that, but that's usually what happens. And then they done said or did something else that's crazy, and that's just pretty much like the final nail in their coffin. YouTube might step in, take down his channel. I'm honestly surprised that his channel has lasted so long. I'm like, because just with the amount of people, I'm saying, if everybody that wanted to like file like a victim thing against him through YouTube. Yeah, let's say if YouTube was like, oh, you know, if you've been harassed by content creators and stuff, if you managed to gather up as many different witnesses, do you know how many people can speak out about this guy? I'm saying it's like there's even a fan of mine's where he could speak out about him. I'm saying there's so many different people that fell victim to this guy. I'm saying I'm actually surprised that his channel has not been taken down. But I know for a fact that if he continues on doing the same stuff that he's doing, if he does decide to come back, I'm telling you, it's going to be 10 times worse. So that's what I'm saying. He needs to rearrange how he does his content. And I'm saying, I have to say, probably the only line of content that I can see him doing and gaining new fans from it is gaming content. I had to say that's probably the best possible content that you could get yourself into, you know, and where it's like, because I feel like that if he were to get into gaming content and he just focused on the game and he ain't say like, yeah, and it's like you want to have your opinion on stuff, you very well can, but it needs to be an opinion that others can agree on. But when you want to just state your own opinion, look what happened last time you stated your own opinion. Now it's like, and you're in a position where you don't know whether or not you're going to come back. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you got to read the room. You got to look at the crowd. You got to see what the crowd is supporting. You know, you did not see that, no crowd supporting this Cinnabear YouTuber, the pedophile YouTuber and stuff. So that's why I'm like, yeah, fam, you gonna have to change up your ways, if or when you do come back. But, yeah, it's one of those things where people I know are probably wondering, am I worried that he'll come back? I don't care. It don't matter to me. He could come back. That's why I'm actually doing this episode, because it's like, if he does come back, I'm like, you need to hear out what I'm saying, because I feel like that he's just going to come back and he's just going to be the same individual, and it's not going to work. Not this time around. Maybe if it had been something minor, then okay, well, maybe I shouldn't mention anything about minors, but anyways, if it had been something not as a big deal as compared to this, then I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe he could have possibly came back a lot sooner. But no, I just know that I just know that if he does come back, he's just gonna be the same individual that he once was before. He ain't gonna listen to me as I'm doing this podcast episode. I pretty much did this episode for no reason, but I guess for the next person, and you're wondering like, you know, oh, well, I got canceled for something, or I'm this toxic individual, what should I do? Everything that I said in this podcast episode, listen to it. Play it back if you need to. If he ain't gonna listen, somebody else will listen. So that's why I had to say, you know, even more so a reason why I'm doing this episode. But yeah, anyways, you know, if he does come back, like I said, I'm not worried. I'm doing my own thing. I'm focused on myself. I'm focused on my content. And yeah, you know, it's like he like I've said before, he ain't got no place or business on my channel, you know. So he wants to be a weird individual, he very well can. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.